On a night where we really had a big task on our hands, we challenged the group to see which level we can get to in terms of physically pushing ourselves further than we think we can go, from a concentration standpoint, because we knew set pieces would be big, sticking to our style of play and who we are, and also sticking to a plan, which they did all of it. So in this little 9 game season, we say after Leagues Cup, we're 1-0. We beat a good team, one of the better teams in the conference in their building, and we'll take it one at a time. But we're going to build on it. The team's been through a lot. I've said it recently, and the way they stuck together, they look like a real team tonight, which I'm really proud of them.
Okay. Chris, thanks for the time. Apologies if you covered this in your opening statement. Walk me through the tactical approach, back three, back five, and what the idea was there to negate Minnesota's attack, and your thoughts on Noah Cobb and his first MLS start for the club. Thank you.
Well, yeah, it's his first MLS start. We thought he was excellent against Cruz Azul, and we thought he had another really strong performance on the night. You know, the thing we love most about Noah, that he's never hiding out there. He's really up for the challenge all night long. He just was. I thought he was good in the air. He stepped in. He met the demands of the match plan, and you know, he's just gotten himself going here with him. So for a young player to pick up running, I think it's a really good night for him. Strong performance. Yeah, listen, we wanted to come to Minnesota and try to surprise them and negate what they do. We matched up. We played a three in the back, and we thought that, you know, on the road we've leaked too many goals, and we wanted to try something different. We thought this would challenge them in a lot of ways. We thought it could negate what they do and with their width. We can overload the middle of the field, and we can hurt them in transition. We would always have to be up for the challenge of throw-ins, long throw-ins, and set pieces, but the boys were up for that. We created chances in transition, some really, really big moments, and yeah, that was the idea behind it, just to really take away a lot of their strengths and maybe try to expose them where they can be hurt.
Brayden?
Chris, thanks for the time. Same as Matt. Sorry if you already covered this, but going into this stretch seems like a lot of winnable games. But on paper, maybe this doesn't really seem like one of them. Minnesota's a good team, especially at home. Just for you, how big is this result, and does it feel like something that can define the season? Thank you.
Listen, I'm always looking for things that the boys can rally behind. It could be, but we have a lot built into this group. There's a lot that they play for, big aspirations to achieve the ultimate prize. So there's a lot of motivation for the guys. Yeah, listen, we come on the road to win. So when you think about the New England game on the road, we're up 3-0. Seattle, we go 3-3 after being down goals. We drew essentially on the road at Cruz Azul. So we come to win, to play to win, a mindset to win, a plan to win, and the guys are up for that. This is what any player would want. So we don't play it safe, home or away, and it's always about attacking football and being proactive. And we did that tonight with a different structure. And yeah, the team's been through some ups and downs recently, some tough stuff with injuries and different things. But they're an impressive group, that the way they stick together. We'll take one game at a time. Looking forward to the next one at home.
Christian Moraes, your line is open.
Thank you. Good evening, Coach. Christian Moraes from Territory MLS Brazil. Congratulations for victory tonight. My question is about Rafael Navarro. In recent days, his name was linked to Brazilian clubs, but the Rapids did not want to sell. After that, did you talk to Rafael, perhaps about his importance in the group? Today, he's played another great game. Thank you.
Oh, I mean, he's incredible. He's an incredible striker. Arguably the most selfless team player, runs for the team, scores goals, just so dangerous, fits into what we do. He's so valuable, and he knows how important it is. He's not just an amazing, amazing player. He's a tremendous human being. He almost is the example of what we want to be here at the Colorado Rapids as a player in person. Yeah, listen, guys like Rafa Navarro, there's always interest. There's interest in MLS. There's interest from outside of MLS and from Brazil, of course. And, we don't want to lose him, and this is always interesting. The club turned down a few offers that came in, but that has to be right for the player, right for the club. So right now is not the right time, and who knows, this can change quickly as we see. This can change quickly, but right now he's our player. He wants to be here, and he's such an important piece. As the head coach, I would never want to lose a player like Rafa Navarro.
Keith Richards, your line is open.
Hi, Coach. Keith Richards from Team MBS Media. Incredible game from Darren Yappi. One of the mentalities that the team always has is stay ready so you don't have to get ready. How has Darren exemplified that with always being able to come in and seemingly score big goals when the team needs it?
Well, look, he's on the night. He starts the game, and for the first half, we're trying to get him going. So at halftime, it was a big talk about not going internal with the humidity and the heat. Lots of guys just going internal, thinking too much about things, not talking enough. When guys miss a few plays, put heads down, and he was one of them. That he was getting frustrated, and it was more about building up his confidence. Talking about his positioning, referring back to the game plan, his starting points, which is how he gets the goal, from staying in the area he's supposed to be, and Sammy Vines puts it into the channel exactly how that was it. So, listen, it's a great night for him. Nothing like Rafa Navarro. These our attackers love scoring goals. So, to dig deep, a night that wasn't easy. Tough matchup, big center backs, big physical battle. To be the difference on the night with the goals was tremendous. And defensively, he really stuck to his plan and did his role in that front three that we played with. So it was a good night, great night, because he gets the goals and then they're decisive in the victory.
Matt Wickham, your line is open.
Hey, Chris, great win. You said uncommon man. You said we're not done. I'd like to give you a formal chance to say I told you so.
Well, I told you. I get to be around these guys every day. Like I said when I said that statement, a group that doesn't make excuses, right? They're real guys. They don't make excuses. Stick together. Pull in the same direction. We say we bend without breaking, and this is the DNA of our team. We're not perfect. We understand that we have room to grow. We really do. But in terms of the ingredients that make good teams good and give guys a chance, there's a lot built into this young group, and I say that they're uncommon because they impress me all the time. With the attitude, the way they show up, give to each other, think about the next guy. This is the team that we have. They're a real team. So yeah, it's not thrown in your face, Matt. It's just it's just a great group of young men.
Spencer Baldwin, your line is open.
Hey, Chris. Some of the attackers looked tired near the end of the game. What is the reason with the hesitation to use all 5 substitutions? Thank you.
Yeah, I thought we looked more tired in the first half, and we talked about that at halftime. They said if I see guys walking and not coming back into the game, not running hard in big moments in transition to score goals, we make the changes. It wasn't a threat, but this was just so they understood what was going on, what this game was going to require. So yeah, I know how capable and how far these guys can go more than they know. So I know the look on their face. It's just no better thing seeing guys suffer and dig deep, and they did that. listen, at the end of the game, 15 minutes ago, right, we're talking about Sidney Watuda. We're talking about Sam Bassett, Alex Harris, Wayne Frederick, come in, fresh legs. But we knew we had a big, big challenge of set pieces to defend. So the big reason to not take off a Yappy at the end, who had tired legs and different guys, is the set pieces. And I think we got that right because they put out a few more fires. They were big on set pieces, and this is always a big trick. Minnesota's the best team in the league in set pieces. Long throws to boot. So that was the decision behind it.
Matt Pollard, your line is open.
Chris, last one for me. Chris, you've been very sentimental about important things, the impact that sport and clubs can have on their community. Your thoughts on Tommy Schweinitz and the Make-A-Wish moment that Minnesota put together for him before kickoff?
What a moment. Just, I looked over at my staff, and you celebrate this moment. And listen, sport does so many good things for us, right? Nights like this, the boys can feel something special. The fact that we can all feel part of pulling in the same direction, all this good stuff, bringing people together. What an amazing fan base, Minnesota, like tremendous. But to see Tommy before the game, just the way he was in the huddle with those boys. I wanted to be in that huddle. Let me tell you, I was jealous. I wanted to be in that huddle. Really impressive on the club. Really classy on the club, but you can see what it meant to the boy, Tommy, to score the goal, to have the moment. I don't even think he wanted to leave the field, and we were okay with it. But yeah, sport's amazing for these reasons. We should all, celebrate in that. But what a tremendous, moment for everyone involved.
Thank you. All right, we have time for just a couple more here. Braden, your line's open.
Chris, how encouraged are you by the transition game tonight, especially without a guy like Georgie on this team? And how do you build on what seemed like one of your best, counterattacking games this season?
Well, it was part of the reason we started the front three that we did, Calvin, Yappy, and Rafa, that we knew they were three of the most powerful, fastest guys, that if we can keep them close together and create a scenario of our front three against their back three, we thought that could be the difference, and maybe it was. But, yeah, listen, I think that the boys will take a lot from this. The coaches will take a lot from this, that we can play, in different systems this year. This tonight was the back three. I think it puts a lot of guys in their best position. But for sure, we can play in transition. We're a team that likes to force mistakes, oftentimes from pressing and up high, and tonight we did it from a bit lower. And this is going to be interesting as moving forward, because we were pretty hard to, in the run of play at least, you take the set pieces out of it. We're in the run of play, we're pretty stingy against a really, really good team. So, yeah, I think if we're a little bit sharper in moments, I mean, Hafa has a big moment, Calvin gets a moment, Koo gets in, there's lots of these other little moments in transition. So we'll keep working at that and look hard at this system moving forward.
All right, and last question for Coach here. Keith Richards, your line is open.
Hi, Coach. You mentioned being able to play in different systems. We had Andreas Matsu wear the captain's armband again tonight, who's arguably had to play with a lot of different players. What did you think of him, especially wearing that captain's armband, that he's able to adapt to kind of whatever is thrown at him?
Well, listen, he's one of the most professional guys I've ever been around. He's just a real pro, has a great process coming to work every day. He's earned respect from the locker room. And he's really good at leading that back line. So, whoever he plays with, it's always about the principles and what the demands are. And for him in the middle of that back three, when he had he's pushing Ian Murphy on the night to step into midfield and to be shifting, and Noah Cobb, for a young guy, is doing a lot of talking, but he's also leading Noah, a young guy, and Max is his reference point. So, yeah, no surprise with Max that he can lead the team again in a good way. We know we get Keegan that comes on and does his thing and helps close this game out. But, I think it's a strong performance from Max. Really strong in the air, strong in transition, really aggressive on the night, which was great to see.